Hi guys, welcome to English Linguistics. My name is Kapil and I am an English trainer. How are we guys doing in this lockdown? Pretty much locked or we are feeling better? Air is getting pure, water is getting clean, and we are getting, acquainted to different skills that we might like. Well, today the objective of this video is to interact with you, to have a conversation with you as how our English language can help us to bring us to a different platform. Now we know guys that in this day and age everybody wants to be fluent in English, isn't it? We all want to be fluent in English, and believe it or not, everybody has a hitch inside him. There are different types of phobias that we can think about. We have phobias of being judged on the basis of our grammar, on the basis of our vocabulary, whether the right word is going to fit in at the right time, and many others. Trust me, we are going to talk about more on these phobias. Now, to begin with, can we say that we do not know English? Can we say that English is something which is new for us? Well, definitely English is not new for us. We all know that. We are learning English ever since when we were in nursery. Maybe pre-nursery, pre-nursery, or maybe when we were introduced to the world of language, we had influence of English language, be it whatever mother tongue we have. Now, when we talk about fluency in English, guys, English fluency is all about talking freely. Even I am making a video right now and I'm talking to you, so I have to free my mind first. I cannot be conscious on the basis of the grammatical mistakes which might be happening, might have happened, or might going to happen. Past, future, present tenses. Other than that, we have a very great consciousness towards the vocabulary. Now if I say something like this, clairvoyant is clandestine, does that make sense? No. It seems that I am flaunting my vocabulary on the basis of two words which I learned somewhere in the Oxford. Trust me, I do not want to sound like an Oxford dictionary. I just want to speak with you guys. I just want to make myself understand. So in this case, I just want to speak whatever is there in my mind. So grammar is something which everyone is very feared of. Everybody is thinking hard whether the second form of the verb is going to fit in or the third form of the verb is going to fit in. What if somebody says that I'm not able to use the effective helping verbs as per the plurals, singulars, tenses, and many more? Trust me guys, nobody is concerned about the number of adjectives you have used while you are communicating with someone. Nobody is bothered about the phrases and clauses when we talk to someone. Everybody is looking for just one thing: am I comprehensive enough to the person with whom I am going to speak with? Isn't it? Even when somebody is speaking to us and he is speaking in English language, and even if he's making bits of grammatical mistakes, we overrule that. We don't think hard on that. Even an English trainer or English teacher, they do not pay much attention towards the grammatical mistakes when they are out of their English class. Trust me guys, it is all about communication. Even a native speaker makes 15 to 20 grammatical mistakes in a conversation of 5 minutes. Now, does that mean he is not native? He does not know English? No, he definitely knows. Now guys, I am from India and most of the people here speaks Hindi. Now definitely those who are from my native place, those who belong to this country, they can relate to this very well, and I'm sure I will try to bring up more such common occurrences in my upcoming videos in as per different geographical areas, as per the local dialects. Now, as of now, this is my first video, so here I just wanted to speak on the perspective of Indian English. Now, what is Indian English? Indian English is direct translations, isn't it? I am going there slowly, slowly. I am very, very happy. That was the most amazing trip. What is this? Direct translation from Hindi to English. Now, let's try to have another perspective of the Hindi language which we speak in our day-to-day life. There are a few sentences, let's try to fix that. Tere ko papa bula rahe hain. What does it mean is that your dad is calling you. Now in Hindi we call it as Tere ko papa bula rahe hain. Now if we go with the Hindi Vyakaran ki kitab, which means the grammar book of Hindi, are we speaking correct Hindi? No. What is tere ko? There is nothing known as tere ko. It's tumhe papa bula rahe hain. Other than that, तार पे कपड़े को सुखा दो. What is पे? There is no such word known as पे. The correct word is तार पर कपड़े को सुखा दो. Let this cloth dry over the rope. Now, with this piece of Hindi statements, does that mean we do not know Hindi? Are we not fluent with Hindi? What is happening is, guys, every language has an essence of dialect, and that's what brings into another forum of discussion, which is creativity. Guys, language is all about creativity. It is not about following a grammar book. Let's try to think it from this perspective. Poems. Many of the poems which are written by the poets, they are following some, self-made vocabulary. Why? To give it a rhyming scheme, maybe to add some personifications, and maybe to add some imageries. What are these? Creativity. So what is poet trying to say? Poet is trying to deliver a message, and if he is going to get fixed on the basis of the bookish English, he will not be able to write a poem at all. Poetic devices follows once the poem or the poem is made. It doesn't follow before making a poem. This is one thing that I really wanted to talk about. So, how can we become fluent? First thing first, do not do direct translations from your mother tongue. Try to think in English. Try to feel English. Listen from the people around you. Have lots of acquaintances from the native English speakers. If the English speakers are not available with you, watch out some of the very good YouTube videos, comedic, whatever the genre is favorite for you. Other than that, I do not want to say here that grammar does not make any difference, or grammar is something which is not important. No, grammar is important. What I want to say here is that overthinking over grammar, that is not fair. We want to speak. We do not want to judge by a grammatical book, right? Grammar is effective when we are doing writings. In written English, there is a very strong hold of grammar. But when we are communicating, grammar is there, but it is not all of our spoken English. Our spoken English is more of what we want to say freely, without getting into the specifics and very detailed versions of grammatical usages, because every grammar is designed to make a language in a systematic way. It is not made as a primary foundation for any language. That is one thing. Other than that, guys, what we have to be sure of, that heavy vocabularies is good again in writing, but in vocal English We would like to sound comprehensive. We do not want to sound like a dictionary from Oxford or maybe from some other publisher. We just want to speak. Um, for example, again, the way I said I am from India and the most common language spoken here is Hindi. Imagine if I talk to you like this. क्या संध्या में आप मेरे साथ एक चलचित्र देखना पसंद करेंगे? What does it mean is, would you like to watch a movie with me in the evening? Now imagine the language of Hindi that I have spoken. If I am going to speak like this with the people around me, I might be mocked and ridiculed. Buddy, can't you speak plain Hindi? Can't you speak local Hindi? Can't you speak the Hindi that I can understand? What is the essence? Can't you speak the Hindi which I can understand? I do not want to sound like a heavyweight writer trying to flaunt his vocabulary. That is not my intent. So vocabulary is again a part more important from written English. Now communication, how can we become fluent? Another way is that first we have to stop overthinking on the grammar part, because grammar slows us down. Other than that, we don't have to be very hard focused on vocabulary. Now the last piece of advice from me would be, try to use more and more of phrasal English. That will make you sound more like a native speaker, and your English will come effortlessly and you will sound casual English speaker, as if something you are not creating something and you are not thinking hard on it. That is one thing. Even in our local language, we can say that whatever our mother tongue is, if we try to think little hard, every second language is a phrase. In Hindi we say, तेरे से बड़ा महान नहीं देखा, तेरे से बड़ा वाहियात आदमी नहीं देखा. Right? What are all these phrases, guys? Phrasal English is what makes us more effective speaker. It makes us sound more natural, and that is what we are looking for. How to sound naturally, how to be ourselves. During my trainings, I do not want anyone to change their pattern of speech. That is not going to happen. Even if you're thinking that I'm going to give you a written book on the basis of conversation, scripted dialogues, nope. What I focus on, just speak what's there in your mind. Initially you will struggle, yes. Why? Because we are not familiar with the language, but over a period of time we would be fine. Trust me, we would be fine. This was my intent, guys, to have a word with you, to have a chat with you, just to make sure that we are not overthinking when we are talking in English. It is a language of communication. It is not a language of a specific country or a geographical boundary. It is a language of people. It has traveled from places to places. So every place has some influence of native language in their English. So speak freely, talk freely, and speak what you feel like. Don't worry, everything would be fine. Have a nice one, guys. Stay home, stay safe. I will talk to you soon in my next upcoming video. Welcome to English Linguistics. This was Kapil. Thank you.